Hey, how's it going everyone? So the brand new Emma Frost gameplay reveal just dropped, so I am very excited to see this and give my opinions, my thoughts, what I think she's gonna be like, the playstyle, etc, etc. So yeah, first let's just watch the trailer, see what we think, and then I'll give my thoughts on it. So here we go. Oh my... Mommy? Okay. Chotto mateo. Why is she swing? Why is she swing her hips like that? Hold on. Okay, like her head looks tiny. Like her body is so mega dummy thick that her head just looks so tiny. She's got like the Hasanabi head. Wait, she does so much damage. Like actually though, what the... Okay, like she just melted with roots. Nice. Mommy status confirmed. Okay. She just beat the living hell out of Black Panther like it was nothing. Hold on. Okay, choke slam. Undertaker in the building. Nice. She just grabs you by the throat and just like blows you a kiss. This is the mommy dummy of Marvel Rivals. Did she say Neil Peasant? Oh my god, I have to play this character. White Queen Mind Control. That sounds like a tag. The Marvel Rivals devs over at NetEase went ahead and showed us a whole bunch of new things we're getting for the new season, which I will be covering in a bit, probably in the next few days. But really quickly, I just wanted to do a quick overview over Emma Frost's ability trailer, like the character reveal, and maybe break down a little bit about how the abilities work, because I am really excited. She actually looks super fun. So let's get right into it. I actually, really quickly before we start, I just want to make a passing comment. Why did they make her so mega thick? Like, they gave her like a monster, like watermelon crushing thighs, just mommy energy, and they gave her the blue lipstick. Now, I have a feeling that the Overwatch, Marvel Rivals, NSFW community is definitely gonna have a field day with this one. Jesus. She got that sass when she walks around too. With that said, let's hop right into it. At first glance, it kind of looks a little like a Scarlet Witch like primary fire, but I don't think it's quite the same. I think it functions more like an Iron Man's like beam, because it doesn't like arc towards the target, it just goes directly where the crosshair is. So if I were to guess, I would say it's more like an Iron Man's beam. Kind of like also like Zarya from Overwatch, where it's just like a long-range beam that just like cuts anything in its path. It kind of does look like Scarlet Witch, but if you pay close attention, it's definitely going exactly where the cursor is. So even though visually it appears to look or have the same particle physics appearance as Scarlet Witch, in actuality, it seems to function a lot more like Iron Man's beam than Scarlet Witch's feather. Moving on over to our next ability, we have her E. But from what I can tell, I believe it works similar to Ilaoi's E from League of Legends. For those of you who are not familiar, Ilaoi is a champion in League of Legends, and we don't really care about all that, but we want to focus on is the E. So the way the E works is basically it captures the target's soul, and a portion of the damage you deal gets transferred to the target, and I'm pretty sure that's what's going on here. Like, I'm almost certain. She seems to place down a crystal, which is attackable by her and possibly allies, but there's no real way to know. And transfers a portion of the damage dealt over to the target, so in this case it would be the Groot. And once the crystal is fully destroyed, it does a burst of damage. So the only thing I can think of is kind of like Ilaoi's E, where you attack the crystal and it transfers the damage. I'm not sure how effective it'll be, but it seems to also work similar to Doctor Strange's ult, the Eye of Agamotto, when it shoots your soul out and gives you a second hitbox. So I assume if the target and the crystal are right next to each other and they're getting cleaved down, it's going to do a massive burst. Next, we have her right click. So her right click seems to function similar to Invisible Woman's right click, where you place down a shield with a certain amount of health, although it seems to be a lot stronger than Invisible Woman's shield, and it doesn't seem to have quite as much range. It seems to be a lot shorter range, similar to Doctor Strange's shield, but you can place it down and it travels a short distance forward. This ability seems extremely powerful because, as you can see in the trailer, it even stops a Iron Man's ult before it is deployed, and it seems like a very effective way to cancel big nukes. Alright, now we're getting to the fun parts. So next we have her shift ability, which is the coolest thing she has by far. While in this form, her E seems to be replaced with a dash, a short-range dash followed by an uppercut. I think this is very similar to Magic's E, in which she dashes and knocks a target up. It does appear to be possibly a shorter range dash, followed by a knockdown. So rather than knocking the target up, it knocks him down on the ground. And her right click seems to also be replaced with a sort of kick. It looks very similar to Iron Fist's shift. I wonder if it also has execute damage on it or not. In addition to just dealing damage, it also appears like the right click is a knockback. I'm not entirely sure, but quite possibly it might have a feature where if it collides with terrain, it deals bonus damage or possibly CCs. So yeah, so far this character looks to be incredible. Now, boys and girls, we move on over to the ultimate. Oh boy, do I have a lot to say here. So, Emma Frost is similar to Professor X in that she has telekinetic abilities, and it looks like she uses that to send out a square-shaped projectile, and anything caught in its path receives a damage over time debuff and a mark over their head that slowly fills up the longer they stand in the beam. Once this mark is completely filled, the affected targets seem to be mind-controlled and slowly move towards Emma, and are completely unable to control their characters for a set duration, leading to some incredibly annoying deaths. This looks very frustrating to play against, but also extremely satisfying if you use it correctly. The playmaking abilities on this character are insane, and I am very excited to try them out myself. Alright, so before I end the video, I do want to mention one more thing that we missed, and that is her special resource. So if you look at the center of the screen, when she is in her base form, so her non-diamond melee form, when she's just shooting her primary fire, she does appear to be building a resource. Unfortunately, we never see what this resource does or how it works during the trailer, but it does appear to only go up when she's in her base form, so the melee form, her regular non-diamond form. It does look like the primary fire does build up a special resource. I have no idea how it works or what it does. It could be a mitigation, it could be some sort of damage boost. It's really hard to tell. There's pretty much no information, and only time will tell. So I'm sorry, I don't really know what this does. My money, if I were to put my money on something, I would say it might be some form of damage buff. So, Emma Frost will be dropping on live servers in Season 2, along with a whole bunch of other things that I will maybe cover. Probably. I might be a little bit busy for the next few days because the new Path of Exile 2 patch is out, but I will try my best to cover as much as I can. I just want to say thank you to NetEase for making such a fun game. I am finally, for once in my life, happy with a shooter. Please keep making the game better. Please keep pumping out these amazing skins and characters, and hopefully better balance a little bit, maybe improvements to rank. But yeah, thank you so much, and thank you for you guys for watching. This was my first video. I was super nervous, but I just wanted to share my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe leave a comment telling me your thoughts on Emma, and if you think I got any of the abilities wrong, or if you guys have any idea what the passive might do, please put it in the comment below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you everyone for watching, and have a good day.